Hello there, it's Daniel Orkun. So today I will be going over another LinkedIn post that I've just shared like yesterday, which is actually about is your product performing at its best on Amazon? So for you to understand, are you actually performing at your maximum peak level? You first need to find out if the data that you're checking is right. And the second thing is if you know where to check, where those data points are. So I would say here are the top 3 points that I rely on, and I will be going into further details on how to get those, what to check, and how to check. Just because, again, on my LinkedIn, I can only post as let's say a small, like a short post. But when it comes to YouTube videos, I'll try to keep them as detailed as possible. So if you want to see more videos, just comment on my LinkedIn and I will make them a video whenever you want. And always, please, 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 just reach out to me on LinkedIn. Just give me a hi saying that you're seeing me from YouTube. I would appreciate that. So let's just start. First thing first, here are the top 3 data points that I would check to see if my product is actually performing at its best. Number one, the search query performance report is a must. So, what this report is giving us, the report is itself, it is giving you on each keyword how market is actually moving and how you're actually moving. And using the correct data and asking the correct questions, you can actually find out how you're actually moving according to the market's average move. So what I mean by this, so the things that you can get or that you can calculate, even though it's not right away written on the report, which we will go there in a second, is you can actually get the market's conversion rate. On each keyword, you can see, like on your top keywords, you can see your conversion rate, your overall conversion rate, your overall market click-through rate, your click-through rate, and overall your market share, impression share, click share, and purchase share. So why those are important? Those are will just give you if you are dominant enough on this keyword or if you are actually getting the right amount of impressions, right amount of clicks from overall your keywords. And the other thing that is super important here is the conversion rate part. So what we want to do here, give me a second please. So what we want to do here is we just want to make sure we are beating the conversion rate, the average conversion rate of the market. So let me show you how we are collecting the SQPR, the Search Query Performance Report data. So I won't be able to show you the data right away and the keywords right away, just because again this is an actual data from one of the accounts that we are managing. But the thing is, you can see here that we are actually collecting each and every weeks of Search Query Performance Report data. We're putting them in this template, and by the way, I'm giving away this template for free. Please comment below and I will send you the link. So what you can see here is 2 things. You can see again the black parts are the like the, let's say the censorship parts where they're censored out just because it's a keyword and it's a data of an actual account. But what you can actually see is you can see the search volume changes week over week. You can see the impression share change, click share, and the purchase share. So what this means is what is your purchase share compared to the rest of the market. So for example, if I go back, and again there's one keyword written here on the column B, the column B, and you can actually see how search volume is moving and how we are actually dominating the specific keyword. So if you scroll down, you can actually see that we have been actually dominating this keyword at around 10% ratio. This is, for example, Prime Week, where we were able to dominate around 15%. You can also see how your impression share is moving. Like, are you showing your advertising enough? And are you getting enough clicks out of it? And the search volume is just here for us to understand how the market is actually moving. Like, is it moving in the correct direction? That is the increased sales are actually coming from the search volume trend, or is it coming from us increasing our market share? So those are the stuff that you can pull from the search query performance report using this template or any other template that is available, or you can build yours if you are an Excel whiz. But the other thing is that we mentioned the conversion rates, market conversion rate, your click-through rate, and market's click-through rate. So I'm just going to open this one up and then we can go a little bit in detail. So, sec. All right. So the conversion rate and your conversion rate. Let's take also market CTR and your CTR, right? Those are the data points that you can also pull from the SQPR report. What you need to do is, for the conversion rate, it's simple enough. You just divide your purchases with your clicks. And to get like the overall, this is of course market CVR. To get the market CVR, you divide the market purchases with the market clicks. For your CVR, you divide your purchases with your clicks. For the market CTR, you divide market clicks to market impressions. And for your CTR, you divide your clicks with your impressions, which are all available in the Search Query Performance Report. And this is why this is super important. Let's say that you have a 10%, the market has a 10% conversion rate on, let's say, keyword X. I don't know, let's call it red dress, or doesn't really matter. We have 10% conversion rate on red dress on the market level, but we have, let's say, 6% conversion rate. This is a problem. This is not going to work. Why it's not going to work? Because you're below the market average in terms of conversion rate, and Amazon is all about conversion rate. If you're not hitting that level, no matter how much ad spend you have, no matter what you do, it's not gonna hit. It's not gonna work out. It might work out to some extent, but you won't be able to maximize your wins. You won't be able to maximize your profits, because then you might need to spend maybe more advertising to be on the top position. But so this is one thing. We want to make sure that we are getting closer to the market share, above the market, like the market average, above the market average. That would be perfect. And the second thing is your click-through rate. Let's say that we have, like, the market click-through rate is, I don't know, I'm just gonna make this one up again. Let's say 5%, but our click-through rate is at 2%. Again, I'm just making those numbers up. And again, you are getting those data for each keyword. You can see for each keyword what market's click-through rate is and what yours is. And from there, this is also another problem. On this one, you just need to make sure that first we want to improve our conversion rate, listing optimizations, pricing optimization. Let's just write them down here. Listing optimization, which can be images, titles, SEO, everything, pricing, and overall we said images, listing optimizations, A+ contents, like anything that might actually improve your conversion rate. And to improve your click-through rate, the only thing that you can do is, I would say again, pricing, because it is pretty important on Amazon especially. And the second thing that you can do is your main image. We just need to make sure that the main image looks interesting enough for someone to click. And maybe arguably we can also call it title as a CTR improvement, but again, I don't think that that's a big improvement. So again, still, it might work, but it's definitely a perfect SEO upgrade, which might increase your conversion rate. So this is why, first thing first, search query performance is super important, and this is why I rely on this data point as my number one data point, just because I can understand in a higher level what market is doing and what am I doing separately. Because normally, let's say if you only read your PPC data or your own sales, you only see how you are doing, and we want to know how the rest of the pack is doing, and then if we are actually catching up. And the other thing that we do, by the way, is we always track this, so that, like, the purchase share, so that this gives us an idea if we are actually falling behind. Let's say that the sales are going down, right? Let's say that we made, I don't know, 5K this week for 4,500 another week, and 4,000 the other week. And we are trying to understand what's happening, right? But, and let's say that there's a small seasonality. So this might not necessarily mean that you are actually doing a bad job managing the account just because, again, it's going down. It might be actually because, for example, the search volume might be going down, and let's say this is your market share. So, which is, again, purchase share percentage. So let's say that I have a 10% percentage share. And throughout those couple of weeks, that let's say this is week 1, week 2, and week 3, week 2 and week 3. Perfect. So the thing is, you can actually now see that you are not losing actually market share. You might be even gaining market share. You don't know. But what's happening is, let's say your search volume that is 10,000 went down to 8,000. And then it went down to, I don't know, 7,500. So now you actually understand what's happening, why you're using traction, and if there is something that you can actually do to make it better overall. But in this case, yeah, you can improve your market share. That might improve your sales a little bit, but since the search volume is moving, you cannot generate search volume. So it will go down. So those are the stuff that you can actually use the search query performance report for, and it is super, super, super useful. Moving on to second thing, I'll be a little bit quicker on those ones, but again, for the search query performance report, I will have probably a couple more videos that we are only going through the search query performance report. And I will also dive into the report itself so that you can see which columns to check for and everything. So the second thing is the ranking data. This is super crucial to understand where let's put it this way. Wait a second. So let's call it ranking. So for the ranking, you want to see for each keyword. Again, let's say we have the red dress. I want to see where I'm organically ranked. Let's say number 4. And I want to see increasing or decreasing my advertising, if increasing or decreasing my advertising is actually moving the needle here. Am I increasing my market share from the red dress? Do I increase the organic, let's call this ranking, let's call this organic ranking. Am I increasing my organic ranking as I push the keyword, as I don't know, increase or decrease the advertising spend on a specific keyword or specific phrases and stuff like that. So that's why I would say those both go hand in hand. And it is really important to check them together, like how your ranking, how your SQPR looks like. And then on top of those two, when you combine this with the PPC data, where your actual advertising spend is, advertising sales is, ACOS, cost per clicks, overall the conversion rate of the PPC data, and click-through rate of the PPC data, this will right away give you if you're actually going in the correct direction, right? So you can see, let's say your PPC, let's do it this way. Let's take up. So your PPC is going up. So what you would expect is your red dressed organic rank. You want the organic rank also, let's copy this one, give me a second. Organic rank to go up. You would also expect your market share. Let's call it market percentage, guys. Your market share to go up, right? If you're seeing that those are actually moving at the same time, this is perfect. But let's say that you increase your PPC, but your organic stays the same. Your market share stays the same. What's happening is that you are basically increasing your tacos, which is something that obviously we don't want to do just because we want efficiency at the end. You're just not winning anything. You're just increasing your PPC. Or the other way around, which is, I would say, something that I love to do, is let's call it down. So let's say that I decrease my PPC. And by decreasing my PPC, what I want to see is I want my organic rank to stay stable. I want my market share to stay stable. And I actually want my tacos to go down. So this is the way how I get more efficient. And in this way, tacos stays probably the same. So this is scaling up. This is going in the wrong direction. And this is efficiency. Efficiency without, let's say, losing sales. Perfect. Perfect. So this is, I would say, the holy grail of those three and how they are moving and everything. And yeah, I would say that's almost the whole, like 3 points. There is also a bonus tip, which I'm not gonna go into this video, but just to quickly explain what this is impression share is something that can be pulled from an advertising report, and from this report you can see what your impression share is on a specific keyword, and if you're actually increasing or decreasing your impression share. For example, there might be a keyword that you're generating sales with low ACoS, but let's say your impression share is super low. In that case, what you want to do is you want to actually push that keyword further, just because you have ACoS margin on that keyword, and let's say you also have a great conversion rate. You want to increase your impression share on that specific keyword so that you start getting more ranks, you start getting more market share out of it, and then that keyword basically starts working for you. And of course, there is no upper or lower limit of what the impression share would look like. But again, this is gonna be something that we will be digging deeper into our, I would say, next videos. So yeah, in this video, we basically talked about how would you understand if your product is performing at its best, and we talked about the 3 top points: search query performance report, ranking data, and the PPC data. So as always, please hit me up on LinkedIn, just message me, say hi, just leave a like on this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.